All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we are diving into a serious hair tool battle, thanks to the experts at HairBrushy.com. We're putting the super high-tech Dyson Airwrap up against a classic professional dryer and brush. Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay, let's get right to the tail of the tape. In one corner, we've got the challenger, the Dyson Airwrap Multi-Styler. This thing wields what it calls Kowanda magic. And in the other corner, we have the reigning, defending champion of styling, the classic pro combo of a Samvilla Ionic dryer and a good old Boar bristle brush.
So, here's the fight card for tonight. We're going to see how these two stack up in a few key rounds: speed and results, the ease factor, and of course, the price tag. After that, we'll get the final verdict from the judges and help you figure out which one of these champions is right for you.
Ding, ding. Let's kick things off with round one, and this is all about pure performance. We're talking how fast these tools get the job done and, how good your hair actually looks afterward.
And whoa, the Pro Tools come out swinging with a huge first punch. The professional dryer and brush combo dried sections of hair a staggering 40% faster than the Dyson Airwrap. That is a lot.
And this chart just lays it all out, right? The Pro setup is clearly in the fast lane, while the Dyson clocks in at medium. I mean, if you're ever in a hurry, and who isn't, that is a major, major advantage.
But what about the quality of the style? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. The Pro Tools, they deliver excellent curl definition. We're talking ringlet-tight curls that are built to last all day. The Airwrap, on the other hand, gives you a good result, but it's more like softer waves.
So, there's really no debate here. Based on pure speed and styling power, round one goes to the professional dryer and brush combo. Hands down.
Okay, but raw power isn't everything in a fight, right? Technique matters. So let's move on to round two, the ease factor. How hard are these things to actually use?
And this is where the whole match just flips on its head. The Dyson Airwrap is all about simple, one-handed styling. It requires pretty low coordination. The Pro Tools, though, that's a two-handed job that definitely takes some practice to master.
For those mornings when you can barely function, yeah, that one-handed styling is a lifesaver. For its sheer simplicity and convenience, round two is a clear, decisive win for the Dyson Airwrap. All right, let's talk about the big one. Round three, the price tag. This is often the knockout blow in any comparison, so let's see how they stack up.
First up, the Dyson Airwrap Multi-Styler. It comes in with a pretty hefty price tag. We're talking $599.
And in the other corner, you've got the professional setup, the dryer and the brush, coming in at just $249. I mean, wow, that is a massive difference right out of the gate.
But wait, the story doesn't stop there. When you look at the long-term cost over 5 years, the Dyson's annual cost is more than double the Pro setup. And why is that? Well, partly because when something needs replacing, the Dyson attachments are going to hit your wallet a bit harder than a new brush. So, when it comes to the money, yeah, this one's a no-brainer. Round three, the value round, goes straight to the Pro Tools combo.
Okay, the main rounds are over. So now, let's head over to the judges' scorecards and get some ringside commentary directly from the expert team at HairBrushy.com.
First up, we hear from Ed Shears, who puts it pretty bluntly. He says the Pro Tools win on results every single time, and it's a clear win on value too.
Next, Meesh Switch chimes in. She totally gets the appeal of the Dyson, saying its one-handed ease is clutch. But she agrees, for real curls and waves, you just can't beat the classic dryer and brush combo.
And finally, Stacy Bee kind of brings it all together with a really practical take. She says if you can handle the two-hand coordination, go Pro. If not, the Dyson is your perfect low-stress backup.
So, what's the official verdict after all that? Well, it is a split decision. The Pro Tools combo takes the belt for performance and for value, but the Dyson Airwrap is the undisputed champion of ease and convenience.
Okay, so that brings us to the final, and let's be honest, the most important part. How do you choose your champion?
When it comes down to it, how do you actually make the call? Which one belongs in your bathroom? Well, this guide breaks it down pretty perfectly. It's actually simple. You should go for the Pro Tools if you want the absolute fastest drying time and those tight salon-quality curls. On the other hand, you should choose the Dyson Airwrap if you just need simple, one-handed styling and convenience is your #1 priority.
And that's really the question it all boils down to, isn't it?
Is that ultimate professional performance worth the learning curve for you? Or does effortless, stress-free convenience win the day? Thanks for joining us for this explainer. We really hope it helps you pick your winner.